God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. He is higher than a skyscraper, and He's deeper than a submarine. He is wider than the universe and beyond my wildest dreams. And He's known me and He's loved me since before the world began. How wonderful to be a part of God's amazing plan. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. He is higher than a skyscraper and deeper than a submarine. He is wider than the universe and beyond my wildest dreams. And He's known me and He's loved me since before the world began. How wonderful to be a part of God's amazing plan. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. 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 Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. He is higher than a skyscraper, and He's deeper than a submarine.
welcome again to our house. We even have Ashpoo's here. Come on, say hello. See, don't think he will take part in the dancing, but at least he's here. Hope you've had a really good week, and now that virtual school has started, hasn't it, that all the work isn't becoming too daunting. However, it's time now to come together, and so we can do a few crafts.
Yep.
We can maybe dance and just have some fun. And we're going to start Bible Bites how we always start Bible Bites. So wait a minute, get up and let's start dancing to Our God's a Great Big God. You ready? Okay.
Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hand. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hand.
Okay, how high is it?
He's higher than the skyscraper, and He's deeper than a submarine.
How wide?
He's wider than the universe, and beyond my wildest dreams. And He's known me, and He's loved me since before the world began. How wonderful to be a part of God's amazing plan.
Okay, ready?
Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hand. Our God is great big God. Our God is great big God. Our God is great big God, and He holds us in His hand.
So how high?
He's higher than the skyscraper, and deeper than a submarine.
How wide is it?
He's wider than the universe, and beyond my wildest dreams. And He knows me, and He's loved me since before the world began.
Come on.
Wonderful to be a part of God's amazing plan. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands.
Come on.
Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands.
One last time, here we go.
Our God is a great big God.
You want to raise this voice?
Great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. And He holds us in His hands. And He holds us in His hands. And He holds us in His hands.
Bounce up.
And He holds us in His hands.
Fantastic. As you can tell, Asher didn't dance. Okay, I hope you've all had a great week, and it's really good seeing you back here again, and we've missed them, haven't we?
We have.
Really looking forward to seeing you when we get back to school. But if you see me out walking, Asher, remember to wave and just say hi and that you're dancing, because I have this fear that we're going to be the only people dancing. Do you think that too?
Yeah, it would be funny.
However, I know there's some of you out there who are dancing with me because your parents have told me so. Thanks so much. Okay, today we are going to carry on sort of from the pet theme, because Praise and Pizza did the pet theme.
We did.
Pets at rest. Well, Ashley just stands by the door, but he's usually at rest. And we're going to carry on with Daniel in the Lion's Den. Now, most people will know that I like the story of Daniel. And we're reading Daniel in the Lion's Den from VeggieTales. Okay, wait a minute. It hasn't got to the right page. I just have to turn to the right page. Now, what I wanted to look at here is that sometimes we can be quite scared of things, can't we?
We can.
I mean, right now, people are scared of the coronavirus. Or sometimes we're afraid of bullies.
Yeah.
Or sometimes we're afraid of... What other things are you afraid of?
Or we're sometimes a bit afraid that we're the only ones dancing.
And sometimes we're afraid that we're the only ones dancing. So everybody is afraid of something. But you have to stand up for what you believe in, even when it's scary. Now, sometimes whenever I feel scared, I sing,
Yeah.
or I dance, or I talk to my friends. But there's another person you can talk to when you feel scared.
There is, isn't there?
Who is that?
God.
God. Remember, I always say we can talk to God.
Yeah.
So, one of the things, have you ever had a really tough decision to make? Now, making tough decisions is never good. It's really, really quite hard. So, sometimes when you have a tough decision, you have to call to God for help. So, we're going to talk about Daniel in the lion's den. Long, long ago. No, longer.
Longer.
Keep going longer. Really, really, really long ago, even before Jesus.
Before Jesus.
Really long ago, but stop before you get to dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That long ago. There was a wise young man named Daniel. Daniel worked hard in the palace of the Babylon king. And one night, when the kingdom slept, the king had a dream.
I am King Darius, the king reported. I've had a dream, and now I'm feeling rather frightened, and I wish someone would tell me what it means.
You don't have a really good king voice. You're supposed to have
I'm
a king
sorry.
voice. Okay, we'll try this. We are your wise men, the 3 sleepy scallions explained. Yes, that is true. And though we're using all our wisdom, we're afraid we cannot explain your dream to you. However, let me think. I'm a wise man, I have to think. There is one who's wiser still, and Daniel is his name. So before you take a sleeping pill, perhaps he can explain. So the king sent for Daniel, and with God's help, Daniel was able to tell the king what his dream meant.
Daniel, you have enlightened me. Your job I will expand. From now on, I want you to sit right beside me as the second in command.
Now Daniel's new job made the wise scallions really, really cross. Look cross. I think that's grumpy. Look cross. I think that's angry. I don't know. Can you look cross for me? Oh, that's a good cross. Yeah, okay, that's cross. And they didn't want to take orders from Daniel because the king put Daniel higher than them. So they came up with a sneaky plan to get rid of them.
Get rid of him, yeah.
Yes, not just him. The next morning, the scallions convinced the king to pass a new law. So, King, we have an idea. It's such a brilliant idea, you have to agree. This is the second scallion, he had a different voice.
Just one more time. Now let's see if I've got this straight. The asparagus king repeated. A law to prove once and for all that I am great. If I'm the king, no one must doubt my full supremacy. So from this day forth, my citizens will pray only to me.
So the law was passed. By the way, this is real. The law was actually passed. And then that no one must pray to anyone but the king. So Daniel got worried. Look worried. Look even more worried. Do a sigh. You see, God's law required that his people worship God. Not a man, and only God. But Daniel had to obey God's law. How could he worship a king knowing there was a God? That was really strange, wasn't it?
Yes.
So the next day, like always, because Daniel was very good, he knelt down and prayed to God. And he was thanking him for giving him the courage to do what is right, when suddenly, wham! The 3 scallions broke into Daniel's room. Daniel! This is the 3rd scallion. Here's another vote. You have violated 42192R94 1006.1-7B BB.BBC BBD. It is the code of Babylon, the tallest scallion yelled. And then, guess what they did?
What did they do?
They didn't send him to his room.
In his room.
They didn't tell him to go and think about what he had done. They were even nastier than that. They actually throwed him into the den of lions. Wait a minute. Okay. So deep in the dark, scary lion's den, Daniel could hear the lions roar.
Rah!
Okay. He could see their eyes blinking. Blink, blink. And he was very, 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 a few more very, very frightened. And suddenly, the voice of an angel appeared. Voice of an angel.
I can't do any voices. Don't cry, Daniel. Fear not. Daniel, don't you know you're not alone?
The angel reminded Daniel that God was with him. Even in the lion's den, God was with him. This made Daniel feel much better. Now, the next morning, when the king found out what had happened, he was very upset because Daniel was his friend. So he went the next morning to the lion's den and went,
Hello! The king shouted.
Hiya! Be right up! I'm just saying goodbye to my friends. Okay, hold on a minute, king. Bye! Daniel shouted back. And to everyone's surprise, Daniel had not been harmed. Thanks for the pizza!
Surely your God is above all men. Now I understand, King Darius proclaimed. For even at the bottom of the lion's den, you were in his hand.
So with that, because the king saw how powerful God was and how much he did look after his people, the king passed a new law, declaring that everyone should not pray to him, but to Daniel's God. And the wise men were so much in big trouble, because the king got really angry.
Yeah.
Be angry.
Grrr.
Yeah. So they moved to Egypt to get away from the king. But Daniel stayed, and God continued to bless him. So that's quite scary. It does show that even when we're really, really scared, and even when things are bad, if we pray to God, God will protect us.
Yeah.
So to remind us of this, we are going to make lion's masks. Okay, do you want to show? We had a competition. We had a lion off.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to show them how to make yours?
Okay, so for my mask, you have to get a paper plate and cut it in half. Then you're going to draw 2 eye holes on one of them, and then maybe get a parrot to cut it out. It's a bit fiddly. And then draw a nose in the other one.
That's
and
quite
also
cool.
cut that out. Then when you stick them together, you're going to colour in the back of it orange, or you can do red if you wanted, or yellow.
Yeah.
Any colour you want. Make sure the nose has been drawn on, and add some whiskers. I did it out of pipe cleaners, but you just drew them on. Do you want to
Yep.
demonstrate that?
I just drew mine on.
And then another difference is I use some brown paper to make the mane, or you could use coloured tissue paper or just coloured paper if you wanted.
Okay. Now to show you that again, wait a minute, I'm getting closer. This is the nose. One way round. This is the nose. And these are the eyes.
Yeah.
Now mine was slightly simpler. Oh, sorry, carry on. What do you mean?
Okay, so this is the example of what we use for the mane. So once you've made the mask, you can stick on one of these lollipop sticks and then hold it to your face.
Okay. Now, the way I did it was slightly different because I was lazier. So I just drew a lion's face on. No, I was supposed to turn it that way, aren't I? A lion's face on, and I put on the nose, and I put on some ears, and I put on some whiskers. And basically, this is your time to experiment. Do what you want, and I want to see all the different types.
Maybe they could post them up so we can see different types of lions.
And you can post them up. That would be really cool. And then I just got tissue paper, a little bit like this, and I cut it into strips, and then I glued them on because I thought that was cool. Okay. Now, even when you are in a lion's den, grrr, when things are around you, remember, call on God and never give up. Now, I know this is a song that we did last week, but I thought it really fitted this week. So I want you to get up and we're going to sing the song, Never Give Up. Come on. Sorry. Okay. I suppose you're going to join in? Good one. Okay, start dancing again. I like start dancing. Right towards that, okay, you can dance.
Rain is falling and lightning fills the sky, but the sun is rising and God is on my side. Wind may blow around me and thunder may go boom. Clouds are disappearing and light is shining through.
Okay, hop, hop, hop.
Never give up, 'cause it's always yeah. Never give up, anytime, anywhere. Never give up, 'cause it's always there. And we're standing going somewhere.
The story that we told today is actually from the Bible. And remember what I told you before, that the Bible is a history book.
It is history.
So, this is from Daniel 6, 1 to 28. Do you want to bring it a bit closer? Okay. Okay, that's good. Daniel did a better job than any of the royal rulers, so the king planned to put him in charge of the whole kingdom, which is a great thing for Daniel. But the others heard about it and looked for a reason to bring charges against Daniel. They went as a group to the king and suggested that he should give this order. During the next 30 days, don't let any of your people pray to any god or man except to you. If they do, throw them into the lion's den. However, Daniel did just as he had always done, and he went to his room 3 times a day to pray. He got down on his knees and he gave thanks to God. When the king heard that, he didn't want Daniel to be harmed in any way. Then the men went as a group to the king and said, "Remember that no order or law you make can be changed." So the king had Daniel brought out and thrown into the lion's den. The king said to him, "You always serve your God faithfully, so please may he save you." As soon as the sun began to rise, the king hurried to the lion's den, and he called out to Daniel, "You serve the living God. Has he saved you from the lions?" And Daniel answered, "My God sent his angel to shut the mouths of the lions. They haven't hurt me at all." So the king ordered his servants to lift Daniel out of the den. Then King Darius wrote to the people from every nation and language in the whole world. And he said, "I order people in every part of my kingdom to respect and honor Daniel's God." So I think this was a really, really good story, because Daniel was very brave, because he knew that if he did what was right, God would protect him, even in the depths of the lion's den. Now, sometimes right now we may feel that God isn't with us, and we may be scared, and we might know of people who are ill, or just hearing all the news and be frightened. But remember that as long as you trust in God, you have someone to turn to and someone to protect you, and God will look after you. So if you do feel scared, if you are a little bit worried, or even if you just want to say hello, because actually that's quite good as well, remember to pray to God. Okay, so before we actually pray, I thought we would do our song prayer. What do you think?
That sounds like good.
Okay, are you ready? So put your hands out, and it's Jesus, Jesus, here I am. Jesus, Jesus, take my hand. You give to everyone a love that won't end. Thank you, Jesus, you're my friend. Sometimes I do that just because I don't know the words to say, and that's okay, because remember, God knows you. You don't have to use fancy words. You just sometimes have to go, "God be with me." So for that, I would just like us all to pray together, just about all the people close to us. So let's hold our hands and let's pray. Dear God, thank you for being with us, even amongst all this mess, and amongst coronavirus and illness and schoolwork and just everything, God. I just ask that you're with us. Just calm any fears that we have, and Lord, just please put your loving arms around us. And I just ask that you continue to watch after the people, to look after the people who are doing so much for us. That's people in the NHS, in the co-op, in the pharmacies, in the shops, even the builders. Lord, there's so many, and we don't know who they all are, but you do, Lord, and I just ask that you're with them all. And remember, God, when we're afraid, please be with us and calm our fears, and thank you for everything. Amen. Okay, so that's us for this week. So don't forget to come and watch Praise and Pizza on
Yeah.
Sunday at 4 o'clock. And Anne and Simon will be there again with a new craft and a new story. And I would like all the different lion masks, if you could put a picture up or put it in your window and let us see, because I'm sure there's so many more great masks you can make. Okay, so it's lovely having you here, and we'll see you again next Wednesday. Okay, bye.